Hey Board Game Maniacs, Maniac Rob here with two original Maniacs when we first started this channel. We got Maniac Maggot Beard right here, aka Lance, and Maniac Shane, aka Shane. What we're trying to do here is we're going to start trying to play retro games from like the 1980s, 1990s. And I contacted Shane like, hey, do you got any retro games that we could play on the channel? And what did you say, Shane?
I have a lot of those.
Yeah. You're old, we are old. So what game we're playing is none other than Hero Quest by Milton Bradley, and it was created in 1989. This is a cooperative dungeon crawl game. It's usually, how many players is this usually? About six players?
Five.
Oh, 5 players.
That's it, just 5.
But
four players, 1 Zorgon.
Oh yes, that's right. 4 and 1 is like the dungeon master or the evil guy, the evil person, I should say. But as you can see, there's only 3 of us. So the way we're playing this is Shane is going to be Zorgon. And Lance and I, we're going to play 2 heroes each. And we're going to play this 1989 retro game, Hero Quest. I'm excited for this. I've only played it once before with Shane. And how long have you had this game for, Shane?
Oh, 20 plus years at least.
Are you very familiar with the rules?
No. It's not something I play often.
Yes.
But it is definitely fun to play.
Exactly. So if there's any rules mistakes, blame Shane. No. If there's any rules mistakes, which they probably will be, just comment down below and let us know what they were so that we can correct them. Hopefully, Shane has a whole bunch of more different games like this from the 80s and early 90s that we're going to start playing on the channel. We're going to call this like, maybe like Retro Friday or something. I know it's not Friday right now, but...
That could be. They don't know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. If they're watching it on a Friday, it's Retro Friday.
It's Retro Friday. So have a seat. Let's look at the game board, what it's set up. We'll go over the scenario and we'll start battling it out. Board Game Maniacs. Shane, what is the character of this? Your name, your character again.
My character, I'm Zargon. I am basically God. I control all of these monsters, the map. I, set the scene. I'm like a dungeon master in Dungeons and Dragons.
So you pretty much are responsible to try to wreak havoc for Lance and I.
Yes, I plan on killing you all, so.
Lovely. So what is the scenario we're playing?
This is just going to be Quest 1 from Book 1. I've played this one personally a dozen times at least. It may be new to you guys. I don't remember if we played this one before. But it is the trial. You've learned well, my friends. Now has come the time for your first trial. You must first enter the catacombs, which contains Felmarg's tomb. You must seek out and destroy Varric, a foul gargoyle who hides in the catacombs. This quest is not easy, and you must work together to survive. This is the first step to the road to becoming true heroes. Tread carefully, my friends.
Lovely.
Now for you.
So again, the objective of this one?
Kill the gargoyle.
That's right. That's all we have to do is kill one gargoyle?
This is the first mission. This is more of a tutorial. Kind of gets you into the groove of the game.
So, out of the many times you've played this, what would you say is like on average how long to play the game?
It varies. You might go directly to where the gargoyle is, and it might take you 15 minutes. You might explore the whole dungeon first, and it might take 45 minutes. It all depends on which way you go.
But on average, not just scenario, but just in general, playing the game, it lasts at least an hour?
Once you factor in setup and then the choice selection for spells, for the spellcasters and things like that, yeah, about an hour a game.
Awesome. And you have your invisibility board or your dungeon master board, so we can't see what you're plotting against us?
It really just has quick stats on the monsters and things so that I know what dice I have to roll and how many spaces they're allowed to move.
No. All right.
And once you encounter them, you get a little card that tells you all that info anyway.
And these are all the original miniatures from the game.
Yes, they're not all painted. As I said, I've had this for over 20 years. Still haven't painted them all because more important things keep coming out.
So you had the game for over 20 years?
Over 20 years.
So it is, again, it was done in 1989. Roughly around 1989 it was created. This is very fun. I'm looking forward to playing this retro game. Retro game number 1. Let's go over what characters Lance has chosen in the stats, and mine as well. Okay, Lance, what did you choose to go with?
First one is the Barbarian. It says, you are the Barbarian, the greatest warrior of all, but beware of magic, for your sword is no defense against it. I got my attack dice, I got 3 attack dice. For defend dice, I got 2. My body, is 8. My mind is 2.
So that is
My
like your
starting
hit points then, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. And for your dwarf?
My dwarf is, you are the dwarf. You are a good warrior and have the unique ability to disarm traps without a toolkit. To do so, you must avoid rolling a black shield on a combat die. Attack dice 2, defend dice 2, and then body 7, mind is 3.
And this here, this is really interesting because these are made of cardboard and you don't write on these obviously, but you also get the papers, the sheets, the character sheets that you write on to keep track of all your stats. And the thing is these character sheets are the original character sheets. You didn't do any photocopying or anything,
No,
did you, Shane?
It's our original. I actually have 2 copies of the base game, so I got lucky and I have a lot of character cards to use.
That's crazy. And also on the back there's a quick reference to let you know what actions you can do per turn, which is very handy. My 2 characters are a little bit more involved because I'm more of a magic type of characters as opposed to Lance is more like in your face hack and slash kind of thing. So my first character is a wizard. You are the wizard. You have the power to cast many different spells. In combat, however, you are weak, obviously because he's a wizard, he wants to stay behind. You cannot wear armor or use large weapons, therefore you must cast your spells wisely and avoid physical contact. 1 attack die, which is really low compared to Lance's. Defense is 2. My hit points starting, his body is 4, and mind is 6. I also have a variety of spells, which I'm not going to read for each one because it will take too long. But you will see them as we go along during the game and I use them. My last character is an elf. So he has 3 spells too as well because he can cast spells. Now, you are an elf, a master of both magic and sword. You must use both well if you are to triumph. You have the power to cast 3 magical spells, all relating to 1 natural element. And the element I chose, I should have said this before, it's water. Now, in the book it does recommend that when you're starting out and you do the elf, you want to choose the earth element. But, you know, I'm different, I'm a maniac, so I chose water. And you can see attack dice 2, defense is 2, body 6, and mind is 4. And that is it for our characters. You can see the board set up. Now this board, this is the main core board, right, Shane?
Yes, this is this is the only board there is. Even the expansions just come with other things to put on the board mainly. But the board gets revealed as you explore. So right now, you're in this room. All you see is this room with this closed door. Once you open the door and come out, then I will then place things on the hallway. Maybe there's a door down here, maybe it's a dead end. You don't know until you go look.
So you control the exploration part. Like we say, we're going in this room and then you'll go according to your scenario and the map and you'll place what you need to place there to cause havoc.
Correct. In the book, there is this map with everything that there is ever going to be. So as you explore it, I look, I compare, okay, from there you can see this, I add it to the board.
Very, very interesting. I'm really looking forward to playing this retro game. And you can even see like the miniatures here. They're definitely retro. Shane has painted these. They have a high gloss finish onto it. And just from the look and the feel, like this here guy right here is the elf. And wait till I get him in focus there. So yeah, and you can tell he's like from the 80s, this elf, and the paint job too as well. Like this is crazy. I'm definitely going back to my childhood here, even though I didn't play this as a child. That I can remember. I could be wrong though. Who knows? Well, we're going on to the game now. Just a quick note about what you can do in the game. So the quick reference sheet on the back of your character cards. Actions. You may perform any one of these actions either before or after you move. So the attack is, you can attack adjacent monster, you can cast a spell on yourself, another hero, or a monster that you can see. Only the wizard and elf can cast spells. Search for treasure. In the room you are in. Search for secret doors in the room or corridor you are in. Search for traps in the room or corridor you are in and disarm a trap on the square you're on. So this kind of has the same kind of feel as like Dungeons and Dragons almost.
Very much so.
And even the Dungeons and Dragons board game system that we've all played and we're familiar with, it kind of still has a kind of flow and feel to it.
Same thing. This just a little bit older. The new stuff is just a little bit more refined. This is probably still a little clunky rule-wise.
Yeah, again, this was the precursor to all the board games and dungeon crawl such as that, so that they're like, hey.
Yeah, this was the first dungeon crawl style game for sure, that I'm aware of at least.
Now, one thing I want to point out too as well is onto your card it tells you for your movement. So to move, I guess you're going to roll 2 red dice. Well, my character, that'll determine how many squares I can move.
Correct.
And then starting weapon, I get a dagger, and starting armor is none for wizard, and wizards can't wear armor. I already went over this, so that's how you can tell how you move by rolling whatever the color dice is. Right, Lance? All right, so we're going on to turn 1, and it's starting off with Lance. Okay, Lance, so for your movement, you roll 2 red die.
Yep, and it's going to be for my dwarf first. And I rolled 6. So, let's see here. Here's my dwarf. The little guy there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to open that door.
Oh.
Let's finish my moves here. There's 4, there's 5. I'm going to go this way here.
Hold on, let's see what you can see. A dead end there, and another door here.
So that's the end of my move there for my dwarf.
All right. You just made a very valid point there, Shane, and what is that?
Well, Lance was thinking what he could do after his move, like search for secret doors or traps, and I neglected to tell everybody, it says so right in the book, that I'm supposed to let you guys know that there is no traps or secret doors in the first level. So, it would be a complete waste of an action for him to look for those things.
True. So yeah, that's a good thing. There's no traps or secret doors, so we don't have to waste our action there. Your next character there, Lance?
My next character, I'm gonna do the barbarian here. Right there. I apologize. And I'm gonna go the opposite way of my dwarf if I get enough.
Yeah. So you got to roll your movement dice first.
And I got a 7.
So you should be able to move the opposite.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It gives me enough to get to the corner where I can look down the hallway.
All right, there's a dead end at the very end. I cannot reach if somebody wants to put that in the corner. Thank you.
So
and
we're not
there's
going to
be
that
a
way.
door right here.
All right. So that ends your turn.
Yes.
Just a quick note about heroes and monsters. A hero cannot pass through another hero
Or a monster.
or a monster. That's right. So if Lance decided to stop in the middle of the doorway, I couldn't go through the doorway. So that's a good thing to keep point and keep note of. My turn, I'm going to do my elf, and before I decide to move, I'm going to try to search the room that I'm in to see if I can find any goodies.
All right.
What'd I get, Shane?
All right, you got a treasure card. You got a potion of healing. Ooh. So this will go on your elf character, and at any point during your turn, you can drink that and heal up some body points.
Nice, that's a good thing to have. On my turn, I rolled 2 red die and I got a 10, so I moved out beside the barbarian after searching. Now it's on to my wizard. I want to search treasure for my wizard too as well, please.
All right, on your wizard, you found a gem.
Ooh.
So if you get out of this dungeon alive, you will get 35 gold coins for this gem.
Oh, so you can play this scenario along with other scenarios and keep continuing the adventure?
With the character sheet, you can get gold, you can get gems, you can get weapons. At the end of each adventure, in between quests, you can then go to the store and purchase armors and weapons and upgrades for your character, essentially.
Oh,
so that by the next quest, you will be better than you were in the last one.
So just like D&D.
Exactly, and it carries on. I believe the first book has 14 quests in it. There are 4 expansion packs. Each book has about 10 quests. I only have 3 of the 4, because the 4th one is almost impossible to find and out of my price range.
And apparently this main core game is very hard to find.
I think the last time I looked it up online, the core game in a beat-up box was $450 something.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so having said that, I'm gonna roll my red die to move my wizard and I'll be back. On my movement, I rolled it up so I go behind the dwarf. So it looks like there, Lance, that the barbarian elf is going down the corridor and the dwarf and wizard is moving along this way. So we're kind of tackling 2 areas. increasing our chances of finding the gargoyle. Hopefully, but you know, like Shane got that little smile on his face, and I don't like when Shane has a little smile.
I have to go by the book, although it does say at the very beginning that I can improvise and add things with it whenever I feel the need to. Which I might. I like to kill people.
So that ends our hero phase. So then, do you get to go now?
It would be my turn if I had creatures on the board. You haven't set off any alarms or anything for creatures to come running yet. And there is no creatures on the board, so I just get to do nothing and pass back to Lance to continue another round.
Oh, all right. So that's pretty much it for the hero part of it. So what I'm going to do, just so we don't have this retro video to be like 4 hours long, when something significant happens, I will record it and I'll show everybody. So just hang on to your hats while something else happens between either the villain or the heroes. Even though Maggot Bear's not really a hero, but you know, that's all right. We can do it. On Lance's, now again, I said I wasn't going to turn the camera until something significant happened. This is kind of significant, so Lance rolled a 3 for his movement. He moves up to the door, and can you read that passage again, Shane, about doors, just so everybody is clear about what happens with doors?
Opening and closing doors is a free action. It doesn't count towards your movement or your actions. You can also just look through a door. There's a few things according to this you can do, like take a potion, pick things up, look down corridors. All of those are free actions that everybody can do on their turn.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't have any movement left, but he chose to look through this door.
Yes, we had a little debate off camera about this because I was kind of iffy on what's going to happen when you open the door and he looks through it. Yeah, I definitely was scared because I don't know what the heck is going to happen in this game.
Well, see, this is now where I have something to do. I have to then dress this room with whatever it says in the book is in there. Starts off with a bookshelf. It's going to go right over here. Then there's a desk. Maybe a small desk right here, which I guess is a huge desk compared to that dwarf. There's another door right here.
Aha.
And
oh no.
There's a couple orcs in here.
Lovely.
Will give me something to do on my turn.
So 2 orcs in this little room full of a bookshelf and a desk.
I would call it a study. It's got a desk.
Yeah.
It's got a bookshelf. It's a study.
Okay, so now it's on to the barbarian's turn.
I'm not gonna attack.
On the barbarian turn, Lance rolled a 9, so he moved down and he opened the door, as you can see. And in this room is a torture rack and a goblin and an orc. So go ahead, Lance, keep going what you're doing. Are you going to do anything else?
Move right here in front of this guy.
Why don't you move to the side so I can try to get in there and attack too? No, the other side. I don't know, I never played this, like, I don't know the rules.
Okay.
So that ends your movement right there?
Yeah, that's 9.
Now, Lance has finished his movement for his hero. Now he's going to attack that orc right there. So on his card, he uses 3 dice for attack dice. And the dice, as you can see, they're a little bit different. So if you roll shields, it's a block. If you roll skulls, it's a hit.
Then there's the weird monster block.
Oh yes, the weird monster block is like a monster shield.
Correct. That's what the monster has to roll to defend.
And you get to roll for your defense dice for your monsters.
So you're now encountering an orc. So you get an orc monster card so that you guys know the stats of orcs. So he gets 2 defense dice.
All right, so go ahead, Lance. Let's kill this guy. You can do it.
Attack.
You can do it.
Yep.
One hit, because it's a skull.
And I've got 1 monster defense.
Yeah, so in that case, he's able to just
he laughs
not get hurt. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that ends your turn then, because you did a movement and attack. All right. On my activation for characters, I rolled low, so I stopped outside the door 1 square away, and my wizard is 1 square away from the door, but the little dwarf is blocking. And we're on to Shane to do the attack for the monsters. So what are you gonna do there, Shane?
Well, as a monster, I have a choice. I can move. I don't have to roll. They have a set number of spaces they can move. So the orcs, for instance, according to my chart, can move up to 8 squares. So I'm just gonna move this guy right on the other side of this door, and this guy's gonna come up behind him.
Both of them are orcs.
Correct. There's an orc over there that I can move as well, but I'm just going to deal with these two first. So for their attack, for their action, I can either do an attack or I can cast a chaos spell.
Oh.
Which could be very nasty, and it's your first encounter. I'm probably not going to mess with you too much at the beginning. So instead, this orc in the front is going to attack this dwarf. The orcs get 3 attack dice. How many defense does your dwarf have?
I get 2 defense.
So you get 2 dice, I get 3. And I got 2 skulls.
Oh, so you got to defend 2.
You defended 1. So you take 1 damage.
Because this one here is a monster defense.
Yes.
Correct. So you're going to take your pencil, you're just going to mark a little X in your body points, stating that you've been hit once.
Body points there, and just put an X to it.
Oh, so when this is all
6.
filled up, does that mean you're dead?
Oh,
No,
well, he only has
got
7.
Oh,
right?
that's right, for
So
your body.
you just mark it down on here to tell how much that you used up already.
Okay.
That brings me down to 6 body points left.
Yeah, interesting. So then, the other guy behind, he really can't do anything.
He can't do
can
anything. He could have moved up beside him, but he's fine behind. And he can't attack that far. They only can attack 1 space away.
All right. And
So then I'm
you're
going to move to
these
this
guys.
other orc over here. This orc is going to attack the barbarian. So the barbarian, how many defense dice does the barbarian have?
2.
Oh, he only has 2 as well.
I thought he'd be a tank.
Oh, I only got 1 skull this time. And you've got 1 defense.
So nothing happens.
So I still get a move for the goblin. The goblins can move up to 10
You
spaces.
don't have the card over him.
Well, because you haven't fought him yet.
Yeah, I'm assuming that
Once you
once
fight
you
them,
encounter them, then you know their stats, but until then you have no idea.
Correct. So I'm going to take the goblin. He has a movement of 10. So I'm going to bring him out. I'm going to have him attack the elf. Just because I don't really want to pick on the barbarian. I'll split things up a little bit.
Thanks.
No problem. So the goblin only gets 2 attack dice.
And the elf gets 2 defense dice.
And there's the goblin card right there.
So that's the stats here. This is a kind of a really long take, but I'm interested in this. So you roll first because you're attacking.
All right. And I got 1 skull.
Okay. I need some defense here.
And you got no.
None. So that means I take 2 hits, right?
No, 1. I only
Oh,
got
1 because you
skull.
got 1 skull. That's
Correct.
right.
So you're just going to mark off 1 X. And you have a total of 6 body points, so you're not really hurt that bad. It's not even worth using a potion of healing yet.
True. We're on to the dwarf's turn, and you're going to attack the orc there.
Yep.
So how many attack dice do you get?
Yeah, 2 attack dice.
And the orc gets a defense dice of
2.
2.
2.
So 2 for 2. All right.
You
Let's see what you can do there, Lance.
You got 1.
1 hit, so you got to get 1 defense.
And I got 1
And
defense.
you do. So nothing happens there.
So my work is okay. You can now choose to move if you like, because you haven't moved. If, I don't want to give you any hints or anything, but if you were to move 1 step over, then the wizard could come up and have an attack.
You can.
But then he would be stuck in front of the door getting hit next time. So it's, wizard's kind of weak.
They got more help.
The wizard's best for their distance.
But he may be able to pop up there and kill him. I don't know. I'm just
Well, it'd be nice, I guess.
We have to plan this out, Lance. You're gonna move?
Yeah.
So 2 red dice.
I got an 11.
Oh, you definitely got enough.
So what I'm
move.
gonna do is I'm gonna move down to the corner and look down to my left, so I can
Alright.
reveal what's down the hall down there.
all right.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's as far as I'm moving. I'm only using 5.
So
All
you're
right, and we're just gonna place this door right here.
you're
That's all you see.
leaving me alone?
Nope. I just go into the corner and then I come back.
Oh. So now it's on to your barbarian.
Yes.
Just, okay, so I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna keep recording everything, but as something significant comes up, we will start recording again. I said this before, but again, we never seen an attack from the monsters before, and we never seen an attack from the hero. So now you got the basic idea of how this plays. So either when a hero dies or we kill a monster, I'm not gonna turn the camera back on, or something again significant happens. This is very significant of what happened, isn't it, Lance?
Yes, it is.
So the barbarian attacked this orc, and you had rolled 2 hits,
2 hits.
and Shane had defended.
No.
0 times.
So therefore,
But the orc only has 1 body point, so
That's right.
It has been eliminated.
so when a monster is killed, does the hero get like a treasure for killing him?
They get the luxury of staying alive, is what they get. That's all there is. If you want treasure, you have to search rooms for treasure.
No.
Which is exactly.
And in the treasure stack, there is quite a few wandering monster cards. And what happens with that is if you draw a wandering monster card, whatever the wandering monster is for that quest pops up beside you and attacks you. So it's not always a good thing.
Is it a weapon? Can you get weapons in it too as well?
There's some very good things you can get from treasure. But there's also monsters that pop up beside you and hit you.
Oh.
And that's always fun for me.
So one thing I want to mention too as well is in this game, what's really cool is you get all this furniture or stuff to decorate all of your dungeon rooms, which is really cool. So again, this is more of a precursor to the three-dimensional board games that you see nowadays, especially because board games and three-dimensional objects in board games are becoming very popular. So this could be just a precursor of what they designed board games off of. Alright, so let's keep going on, and when something else happens, we'll be back. On my hero turn, my elf was unsuccessful in trying to beat that goblin, but I moved my wizard up so I can see line of sight through the door, and I'm going to try to cast a spell. And the spell I'm casting is Fire of Wrath. This spell may be cast on any one monster, blasting it with flames. It will inflict 1 body point of damage unless the monster can immediately roll a 5 or 6 using a red die. So then Shane is going to roll red dice and see if he gets a 5 or a 6. And he gets a 5. So that spell was used for nothing, and as Shane said, once you use it, it's gone. No more. So that just sucks, because now I moved, I can't move anymore. And I did an action, so I think I'm stuck in front of the door.
You will be. That orc will probably try to hit you with his flail on his.
And wizards are pretty wimpy.
A little bit, yes.
Ouch. A recap on what happened so far is I tried to attack the orcs that were here and the goblin that was here, but I failed miserably. But as you can see, Lance, because he's fighters, he killed the goblin and he moved. And the dwarf killed the other goblin right there and he moved. So what was really bad though is on my turn, my elf actually took more hits from the goblin before he was able to do anything else, before the goblin died. So I got 3 hits during the turn. So you can see here my body points is 3. I got 3 notches taken off, I only got 6. So that means I'm halfway dead. But I also have this potion of healing, and I have to roll 1 red die, and I can only heal up to 3, which is my maximum. So I really hope I roll good here. 3! So I get to heal my 3 points.
That puts you back at full health.
That's right, so full health. This is great. Another thing happened here is, so Lance seems to be not only a tank, but he's doing most of the exploration, because this door is open now. Lance is in there, and I came in on my turn with my elf, and I actually killed the goblin that was right there. I finally killed something. But now, the wizard is, I was outside the door because Lance came here, and there's, you can see there's another big miniature there. What's the name of that miniature, Shane?
That is a Famir. A
Famir, and we don't know what his stats are because we never encountered him yet. And on Lance's turn, he moved up here in this room. You can see there's a weapon rack in that room, which is really cool. But I chose for my turn is I rolled and I'm able to move in front of the door, and now I'm going to search.
Alright, so you've searched and you found a wandering monster. So according to the quest book, the wandering monster for this quest is an orc. So an orc gets to spawn right beside you and gets a free attack on you.
A free attack.
And to top it all off, this wandering monster card just goes to the bottom of the treasure deck, which means we may get that one again at some point.
That's that good. So the orc gets a free attack on me, then I get the defense, and my elf's defense dice is 2.
My orc's attack is 3. So
so I may take a damage.
I did not get any skulls, so you are.
So I don't even have to roll nothing.
No.
So his attack was in vain. Ha ha!
Hey, well, his next attack might be a chaos monster.
So because I already searched and I moved, so I'm done. So it is on to the monster's turn.
Zark.
On the monster's turn, the goblin attacked the dwarf but was unsuccessful. Then the Famir chose to move up and attack the dwarf because the dwarf is more of a definite hazard toward the wizard, and so yeah, I'm kind of scared here. So that's the Famir stats right there. So attack dice 3, defense dice 3, body points are 2, and mind points are 3. So so Shane rolled to attack Lance, and he did actually hit.
Skulls.
And what did you happen to, Lance, on your character there for your dwarf?
I rolled 2 skulls, so I didn't get no defense. So
So you
whatever
had
he
2
rolled, I get
hits.
the damage.
So he's up to 3 damage on the dwarf now.
Oh, and what's your total body hits?
7.
Oh, so I may have to try to help heal you in some way or another.
Between that or finding a health potion,
Yes.
it's probably gonna be a bit.
So we're on to the next part of the monster's turn, or did we already do that
No,
one?
we have 1 orc left over
Yes.
there that would like to hit that elf.
Why are you picking on the elves all the time? Like, that's
Well,
not...
it's standing right in front of me. It's not a race thing. It's,
Alright, so roll your damage.
I got
Oh,
2 skulls.
2 skulls.
And you only get 2 defense dice, so you better hope you get a couple shields.
And I get 1 shield.
So you're gonna take 1 damage.
So I get 1 damage. So he healed the 3 and he gets another hit still. Not good. Something amazing just happened. And that is the wizard got his first kill. And he killed none other than the big giant monster, the Famir. So I used, which is called the ball of flame. Oh, I'm scared. I don't even know what's going on. With this ball of flame, it's an automatic hit, but then the opponent or the monster gets to roll 2 red die, and he'd have to get a 5 or 6 to reduce the hits by 1. It's a 2-point attack. So Shane rolled.
They're not the red dice, but they still work. They're dice.
Yeah, it still doesn't matter. And he never got enough to block 1, so that Famir is bye-bye.
He got burnt out.
Yeah, I burn him up, but unfortunately this card gets discarded now. I think the wizard celebrated a little too early for the victory of killing the bigger guy, because I moved here on my turn, and then it was...
It was
Yeah.
Zargon's turn, yeah. I moved that orc up and decided to hit you. And I got 3 skulls.
Yes, and then I rolled my defense of 2 dice, and I got 2 skulls. And
Plus 3 damage.
I have 1 damage already, and then 3 more brings me to 4 body. So that means that this poor little wizard right here is gonzo. And I just was kindly informed that when you die, you cannot come back. You don't start in another square.
Yeah,
So Shane, would you
dead.
do the despicable honor of removing my miniature please from the board?
Will do.
Oh.
And the poor dwarf is on his own.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just,
Didn't even get
But
it.
you guys did choose to split up and go in completely different directions.
Yeah,
and
instead of-
anybody that has ever played any role-playing game, that is never a good idea.
no.
No, it's-
Yeah.
but
But-
we'll meet back up.
Yeah. So.
Wait,
Yeah.
you'll be in on the next quest.
Oh, yeah.
But you did lose anything you looted this quest.
Right.
So that gem that you found, you don't have that anymore.
It's gone. So that goes. Does it go in the treasure
So
pile?
just go in the discard pile. It is
Ouch.
gone.
All right. So let's move on. I'm very sad now. One thing I want to take note of here is I was rolling the defense dice, and actually just about to roll, I noticed that all the dice used in this game is made of wood. So you can definitely tell that because this game was made in 1989 that they're no plastic. They're made of wood. You can get board games nowadays that are still, the dice are made of wood, but they're considered specialty items.
You pay extra for that.
Yeah, so this just kind of ages the game even more, because every dice that we use in this, except for the black ones,
But
which-
that's not from this game.
from that game, that's right, they're made of wood, but the miniatures are made of plastic.
A cheap plastic.
But it's still made of plastic, yeah. So that's really interesting just to take note of, is the original are made of wood. So I just had to record that part because that's very cool. Round 1 of Lance's turn, and he's using a dwarf, so it was actually the monster's turn.
Yes.
And Shane used the orc to attack the dwarf. And how many successes did you roll?
I rolled 3 skulls. He only managed to roll 1 shield in his defense. So he took 2 more damage. So the dwarf is down
Almost
to 1
killed
life.
me.
So you got 1 more health left.
Got 1 health left for the dwarf.
Oh, so this is really bad because we already lost 1 hero. We're dealing with possibly losing the next one, but we managed to kill the skeletons in this room. So we're kind of in okay shape, but yeah, I don't know. We're in trouble.
There's still a lot of board left. And,
I know, and we didn't even as much as come on to the main character, which is the gargoyle to kill. Trouble. I smell trouble. We're on to the barbarian's turn, and what did you do, Lance?
Apparently I got hit with an arrow. I did a search and the card turned up there. There was a hidden arrow that come out and struck me. Hit me for 1 damage and
No defense
ended my
against it
turn.
either. Just bam, 1 body point.
So it was
Arrow
like
out of the wall.
Indiana Jones trap. The arrow shot out and just hit him.
Yeah, even according to the picture, got him right in the shoulder. You know, at least it wasn't in the knee.
Yeah, true.
Still walk.
Yeah, but so you take 1 point of damage.
1
you
point
can't
of turn
defend or
damage
nothing.
and
And
my
he turns
turn
over.
is
He doesn't get to do anything else.
That really sucks. I want to search, but I'm really scared to search now.
But then this also goes to the bottom of the deck as well.
Yeah.
Same with the Wandering Monster.
Oh
But
boy.
the worst part is you need treasure, because in between missions you need that gold in order
You
to
gotta
get
find your gold. You need to find healing
the better
potions. Like healing potions are definitely crucial because, as you can see, my dwarf has 1 health left.
Yeah.
So I need to heal.
And
well,
also
you
too, as
are
well
also
is-
by the elf who can heal you with the water of healing.
Yeah. But my dwarf's
But
over there.
I'm pretty sure the elf forgot about that even. So.
Well, the elf got 2 hit points. The elf might be greedy and heal himself.
Yeah,
But
but you want to
4
keep the
now.
tanks
So you're
healed because the
fine.
tanks can protect it.
Yeah, no, that's for up to you to decide. I would kill you all if I.
I'm so confused on what I'm going to do here, but I can't listen to you because you're the bad one. We have to discuss off camera and see what is best for the team. But I want to point something out too as well is that on Lance's turn with the dwarf, he did kill that orc and he moved into this room where the weapon rack is for the 2nd time. So we're going to just discuss off camera and see what's best for us to do, Lance. On my turn, I'm not in the room anymore, but I decided to search, and what did I get but a wandering monster? And he got a free attack, so he knocked me down. I only got 3 hit points left, and then I decided to get the heck out of dodge.
And leave the barbarian.
Yeah, I rolled. Well, the barbarian's a tank, he can take it.
Yeah.
So I moved up to there in hopes to try to get closer to Dwarf to heal him before he dies. And then it was on to the monster's turn, and the barbarian took 1 point of damage from the orc.
2 points.
Or 2 points. Ooh, ouch. So it leaves you to walk for your barbarian. How many hit points left?
5.
5. Well, that's not too bad. And then we went on to the dwarf's turn, and he's in this room with the weapons rack. And I kept saying, we gotta search that room because it might be something special. So I got the camera rolling. So Shane, what happens where Lance is searching the weapon rack room?
Well, according to the book, there's an annotation in that room. So whenever somebody searches there, I have to read its description rather than just give a treasure card. You guys are obviously very excited. This weapons rack could hold a very mighty weapon.
Or it's gonna be something hellish.
But the weapons on this weapons rack are chipped, rusted, and broken. There's nothing here that the heroes would want. Yeah, get used to that kind of disappointment.
So that's it?
That's it. Yeah, there's nothing useful there.
So he don't even get to draw a treasure card?
No, he does not.
What?
Now, if the room gets searched
Again?
an additional time, then there would be a treasure card. But he only gets 1 action to search, and that was it. I love how this game does stuff like that, and you know.
That was totally horrible though, because at least we should have been able to get a weapon to help us along the adventure, but no.
There's weapons. You can take all the weapons. They're just chipped, rusted, and cracked, and useless. You can take them if you want. They're not worth anything.
That sucks. That really sucks.
Sure does, man.
So that was your action, so you're just gonna keep moving, I guess, to come close to me so I can heal you?
Either that or keep searching for a healing potion, but...
No,
I could be in trouble.
it's an automatic healing that you'll be able to get if you get close to me instead of getting like I did with the wandering
I'll definitely
monster.
travel your way now. I can still move, so...
I shuffled them, I swear.
Yeah, so roll your red movement die and you can move and see where you're at
Get that
there.
door open there, and then, yeah.
Oh, you're going that way.
Yeah, why not? You're
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
that's true, that's true.
No point going all the way around.
See, I was thinking two-dimensionally, not three-dimensionally.
So I roll a 12.
Oh, 12.
You can
Nice.
you can either get right up beside him, you can stop over here. That's it. You can,
I'll
you
get up right up
away.
beside
Yeah, because then on my turn I can just
Well, it
heal
is
you for
range.
my
It is
action.
range of sight, so you don't have to
Oh,
be
okay,
beside
well,
him
I'll
for him
stand
to
in the
cast a
corner.
spell.
Oh, okay, yeah, go in the
So you can
corner.
get all the way.
Oh, he's just so angry
It's because you got 1
he's
hit
getting
point left.
weapons.
That's, you just can't walk straight. You're falling down.
So you're done at your turn for your dwarf and you're on to your barbarian, and I'm assuming you're going to attack the orc there.
Oh, I sure am.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to keep rolling on this to see if the barbarian's going to destroy the orc. Come on, you can do it, Lance.
Oh, you
Three
guys.
skulls.
hits.
I'm pretty sure.
I predict this orc will be dead because he only has 2 defense dice. So even if I roll 2
Yeah,
monsters of
there's
defense,
no way he's going
dead
to-
then. I'll roll anyway. But I'd say that.
Yeah, so that orc is gone. Nice.
I'm not
Cleaning
that
up.
disappointed. I have many more.
So, it's my turn. I'm going to just heal him. And I'm going to heal him with my...
Water of healing.
My water of healing, that's right. So, with the water of healing... I can't even pick the card up. The water of healing says, this spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. Contact with the revitalizing water will restore up to 4 lost body points, but will not give the hero more than its starting number. So Lance, you go up 4 points for your dwarf. You're very welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, erase 4 of those X's.
Yeah, so that is my action, so now I can move. What we decided to do was, all the heroes said, okay, that's it. We're not going to try to go our separate ways because we already lost one of our fellow heroes. So we all got here. That was a barbarian's turn. He opened the door, and in there you got 2 zombies and a mummy. You can see them right here. So the barbarian decided to step in, move over, and he's going to attack one of the zombies and try to kill it. So what's the stats for the zombies there, just so that we
That's
can...
right there. They have 5 movement, 2 attack dice, 3 defense, but it's still only 1 body point.
That's not bad. So Lance, try to destroy it
Really helpful.
with the barbarian. You can do it.
Here,
Kill that freaking zombie. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, 2 hits.
Skulls.
And
1 monster
defense,
shield,
but he's
1
dead.
hit,
Yeah,
still
no.
enough to kill him.
nice. Good job, barbarian. And it's on to the dwarf's turn. So what's the dwarf doing?
No,
It's the elf's turn.
It's the elf's turn.
Oh, that's right. It's the elf's turn. See, I got three hit points left. Oh, crap. I don't know what to do here because I'm scared. Every time I decide to move into a room or whatever, I end up dying.
It happens.
Don't die.
Yeah, you know what?
I just want to point out that if you guys actually fail this first training mission, it'll be the first time I've ever had anybody fail the first mission.
And it kind of looks like we're getting close to failing this training mission. But you know what? I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I'm going to roll the red die, hopefully move in. I'm going to attack that zombie. The elf was, you know, he kind of grew a set and decided to move in, and he rolled, and guess what? Could you kill a zombie because he's already dead?
Well, he obliterated a zombie.
Yeah, and he's gone.
Destroyed his brain.
Yeah, good job, elf. And my elf's character name, just so everybody knows, it's Maniac Rob. That's right. And I'm not even going to talk about my wizard's name because he's not even part of the group anymore.
Yeah.
Shane was just so kind to let Lance and I know that there's an annotation to that room. And what is that annotation, Shane?
This mummy is the guardian of Felmark's tomb, and was once a mighty warrior. It rolls 4 dice instead of 3 when it attacks.
Oh, I don't like that at all. So my dwarf, or not my dwarf, my elf may be like elf dust right now.
Well, it's a choice. He might attack the barbarian. Who knows?
I hope he attacks the barbarian. No offense, barbarian, but you know, you can take more hits because I did heal you. The dwarf I healed. So.
Yeah, you hear the dwarf.
Yeah.
You didn't hear the barbarian.
All right, mummy, let's do your worst.
All right, so he gets 4 attack dice.
Who are you gonna attack?
I think I'm going to be a nice guy, and I think he's just going to slide over and attack the barbarian.
Oh, so
Just
he's gonna do a
because-
shimmy?
Yeah, he's gonna, you know, do the slide over.
Thank you, mummy.
But it makes sense. The barbarian's the bigger, more aggressive looking
Yeah, you
fellow.
want to try to knock down.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So I got,
Three hits.
3 hits.
Uh-oh, come on there, barbarian.
You
I got no.
0 shields.
So you take
So you're
3
up to
hits.
6 damage. You only have 2 life left on the barbarian.
That's not good.
2 elf, man.
Not good at all.
So that ends the monster's turn.
It does.
So we're out to the hero phase again.
Dwarf's turn.
Yet again, the heavy hitter barbarian, or no, the dwarf, I mean.
Dwarf pulled down.
The dwarf moved in and he attacked the mummy, and guess what? That dwarf, he's small, so you know, like when monsters attack, they just go over his head. So he hit the mummy and he dies. No more crying for mummy anymore. We seem to be doing a lot of house cleaning by, you know, we would search this room, we'd get a wandering monster, the three of us would team up and kill it.
But you guys did manage to get a healing potion and heal the barbarian.
Yes, that's right. So the barbarian was only getting 1 point left, but because you got the healing potion, you did heal.
I did heal them 4, but I gained
got hit again.
2 of that back.
Yeah, but at least you're not on the, you know,
No, I still got
the
4.
outs of dying. And then on the elf's turn, he, you know, hey, I'm gonna go up and open that door. And this is what happened. Another mummy, 2 skeletons, a sarcophagus, and also 2 as well, a treasure chest. And I still have movement left, but I'm really scared because, like, I only got 3 more hit points. I might just move it away and let the tank take care of it. This just happened. So, it was the elf's turn. I hit the mummy for 1, and then, like the elf does, ran behind the big barbarian. And then the barbarian, actually no, it was the dwarf first, and the dwarf didn't really do much to the mummy, but I think the barbarian killed the mummy and then ran into the room, which left for the elf to run into the room. And you know, I can search to see if I get anything here, so Shane said I better record this. I think he's setting me up for something.
There's another annotation on this room.
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming the mummy outside this room, he was the guardian for Felmark's tomb. This must be Felmark's tomb. That's a nice sarcophagus there. So you search the room. The first hero that searches the room for treasure will find 84 gold coins in the treasure chest. I bet you were expecting some kind of trap.
I was waiting for like a mummy to come back and pull me into the sarcophagus or something.
Yeah, that would have been awesome, but that's not what the book says.
So I get 84 gold coins.
84 gold coins.
That's okay. I was hoping for something better.
You're gonna need those gold coins because at the end of this, you're still alive. You're gonna want to buy some better gear.
Yeah, true. So I'll take the 84 gold coins. Good job, Elfie. Good job. This is a recap of what we got so far. So we did these rooms and we came out and we kind of moved this way, and then the elf ran here. I didn't even bother looking in that door because I only got 2 hit points left, so it's getting close to me being dying. So hopefully, because the dwarf seems to be the one that's holding this party together, so hopefully the dwarf is going to go up to look into the door. Because the barbarian only got 1 hit point left, but he's got some beefy upgrades onto him to help him. But the elf hardly has anything, so you know he's trying to be as cautious as possible. After such an epic battle so far, we kind of determined, well, Lance and I kind of determined that this room here that got the door that I ran by and didn't open, and we kind of left it last because we went off to another room, did a search. We did get a wandering monster we managed to kill, and Lance got his healing potion luckily, so the barbarian's back up more higher health.
He got a crappy roll on the heal though. He only healed up 3 points.
But he had 1 left, so you know he's okay.
Yeah, he's definitely better off than he was.
Yeah, so now the barbarian is going to open this door, and we're assuming that this is going to be the gargoyle room, because if you look up here, there's another room we didn't explore, but we're not going to keep...
Which could lead to the rest of all that.
We're not going to keep pushing ahead, though, because, hey, Lance, we're going to decide we're going to open this one up, because we're kind of stationed there.
All right.
So, this is really starting to get on my nerves, because I don't know what the hell to expect here. I only got 2 health points left. I'm surprised I still lasted this long. Okay, so what are you...
I'm setting the scene because the door got open.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there's a... Okay, there got to be some kind of head guy in here because there's a chair. Like a big... Oh, and a treasure chest.
There's also a really fancy cardboard crappy fireplace.
Oh, well, at least we can keep warm in here if we got a battle. No monsters, though, so...
well, like, I haven't made it that far yet.
Oh.
Yeah, not that far yet.
I don't like this.
I'm going to take my, you know, fancy orcs.
Your disco orc?
Yeah, with the shiny... I call them, like, Prince Adam.
So there's 1 monster.
There's 2 orcs in there.
2 orcs? That's not too bad.
But it gets better. Gets better.
I don't like it better.
That's always better.
That's enough, Shane. Don't put any more. We're done. That's it.
We got this fancy guy here.
What? Who the heck is that?
Well, I'm assuming he's in charge of stuff. He doesn't really have a name. I'm gonna call him Blanche.
Blanche?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Yeah. And then there's also this guy. The guy you're looking for.
The gargoyle.
The gargoyle.
That happens to look like one of the guys from the older Power Ranger
It's the Gold. The
Golder.
Yeah.
Golder. That was his name. That's right.
I never watched that, but you know, whatever. He's just chilling by the fireplace there.
So if we kill him, we win the game?
If you kill him, then get to the stairs to escape, then you have succeeded in quest 1.
So we have to kill him and then get to the stairs.
Yes, you have to get out of the dungeon. Almost every quest in the book requires you to do whatever it is you have to do, then get back to the stairs. There's missions where you gotta rescue people, then you gotta get them back to the stairs.
Oh.
So there's
still a little bit to do.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Alright, well, wish us luck, everybody, because, you know, we definitely are going to need it. The brave barbarian moved in first with his movement, and he's going to attack the Blanche. And he is also using the potion. It's the potion of strength.
Potion of strength. Yeah, that gives him 2 extra attack dice.
I got 5 attack dice to use.
So
and we're gonna see what we do.
We don't even know the stats of Blanche yet.
No.
I will put the card out after this, but he gets 4 defense. That much you are gonna know right now because I got 4 dice in my hand.
Okay, so go ahead. Come on, barbarian. Come on, Conan.
High skulls, man.
Conan. Come on.
3 skulls.
3 skulls.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
I got 1 defense, so he is going to take 2 damage. He has 3 body points though.
But that's not bad though, because you only got 1 left.
Right.
Yes.
There is no actual card for the summoner that I am calling the Blanche. So he has the same stats as the Chaos Warrior. He's the Chaos Summoner or something is what his name is.
Okay.
But there is no card for him. So he has the same stats as the Chaos Warriors.
Alright, and what are the stats? Just
he's a movement of 7, 4 attack dice, 4 defense, 3 body points, and 3 mind points.
okay. I can see that.
That was the barbarian.
So that was the barbarian.
That was the barbarian.
So now it's the elf's turn.
The elf's turn.
The shy elf.
I know, but you know what? I think the elf is just gonna try to move in and kill.
Really? That's what you choose to do?
I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You do what you need to do.
But I don't know. Let me think about this.
That's not what I would do.
Let me think about this. This just happened. Maniac Rob elf. He just, you know, that's it. He's done being hiding, so he's left himself exposed. But as you can see, there's somebody missing that was in front of him.
Yeah, you killed the Blanche. I had big plans for the Blanche.
Right. So the Blanche is dead because I only had 2 attack dice. The Blanche had 4 defense. But I hit him once and the Blanche never rolled any defense, so he's dead. So that ends my elf turn and it's the monster's turn. But the thing is I got a funny feeling my elf is gone.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. On to the monster. It is getting very intense here. So what I didn't catch on camera was that Shane actually played one of the Chaos cards.
Yes, Pizzazu has summoned the undead. I rolled, I believe it was a 2, and he got to summon 4 skeletons, of which you have defeated 2 of them already.
Yeah, so there's 2 defeated, and it's onto the elf, and the elf is going to try to throw a sleep onto the big guy.
So he has a chance to evade that.
Yes.
He gets to roll a red dice for every mind point he has. He has 4 mind points, so he gets 4 dice. So he immediately gets to try to avoid being put to sleep. And I got 1 6, so he's not sleeping.
Yeah, and
he is not a tired
this just
guy.
gets
That's gone.
discarded. That sucks.
Ethan.
Oh boy, so I failed with the sleep, and then the skeleton moved up to try to attack the dwarf, but he failed. So then the big gargoyle,
Pizzazu, move Pizzazu up. And I was thinking, should I attack the barbarian? Then second thinking myself, I got 4 attack dice, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna mix stuff up with another chaos spell. So he launches a firestorm.
Lovely.
This spell creates a room full of fire that inflicts 3 body points of damage to all heroes and monsters in the same room with the spellcaster. The spellcaster is unaffected. All victims immediately roll 2 red dice. For each 5 and 6, the damage is reduced by 1 point. So you should roll those. Let's start with your dwarf. Oh, you got a 5, so you're only going to take 2 points of damage on your dwarf. Is he dead yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
He's got 1 hit point.
The barbarian, this might suck for him. He needs to roll 2 red dice because he's in this room. It's great that there's a fireplace in here. That's where the fire came from.
I don't like that chaos.
Yeah, so it's 2 damage to the barbarian, and
no,
the barbarian dies.
But like,
what
couldn't he use a card or something?
No, too late for that.
I think our fellowship is ending.
Oh, but you also need to roll for the elf, who also might die.
That's a 6.
That's not your roll, just because it bounced off your hand.
I touched it. Okay, 5 or 6. Give me 5 and 6. No,
nothing.
None.
So you're gonna take 3 points of damage.
He's dead.
So the elf is now also dead
too because of the stupid fireball.
You guys should wear fire protection or something. I don't know.
You didn't give us nothing.
But you didn't buy it. It's not my fault you didn't have any money.
Have a chance.
So now it's down to the dwarf that has 1 body point left.
Yeah.
To take out everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this switched over. Hey, looted the barbarian's body.
Stand by and see what happens, everybody. I am very worried. It all rests into the dwarf. That was the glue that held the fellowship together right from the first. All right, Lance, it's up to you to win the.
There's only 3 monsters you gotta kill. It's not that bad.
This mission.
There's 2 skeletons. What they got? They only got 1 body point each. The gargoyle has 3. That might be a little bit tougher for you.
This may be a little longer clip, or it may be something that's gonna be very short. So, Lance, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Purge. I'm going to
Kill.
attack that skeleton.
Do you have any cards for upgrading your dwarfing?
I got potion of defense.
1 potion of defense.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack the skeleton. Hopefully I can kill him.
Well, I got no defense on that, so yeah,
I got
you took out a skeleton. So
good.
Would you like to take your potion of defense? That way, you know, when
Can you run out of the building?
Zuzu, you can run away, but that you won't win. But Zuzu, he could use a chaos spell. He could attack you. You don't know. But if you use your potion of defense, the next time you're attacked, you get an extra 2 defense dice.
I think you should definitely do that because the only person that's really going to attack you this time is.
Yeah, the skeleton
I'll
can't
move
get
1
you.
forward in front of him. So I take
Yeah.
my guy. I'm gonna move in front of him.
And are you taking your potion? It is important.
Well, yes. Well, no, I don't have to take it until I'm gonna be attacked.
Well, no, you take it, and then it's on the next time you're attacked.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take my.
He can't take it.
You can take a potion for free.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, yes.
Yeah.
Take my potion.
All right. So the next time you're being attacked,
I got
which
4
oddly
dice.
enough is going to be right now, you get an extra 2 dice for defense.
So I got 4 defense.
All right. He has 4 attack.
So Goldar may win.
Oh, only 1 hit.
Oh, come
Only
on.
1
You
hit.
can do it. You can do it.
Yes.
1 shield.
Oh,
Yes. You
That was
pulled that
so
off.
close, man.
that is crazy.
That was so close.
Now the skeletons go. They can move up to 6. I'm just going to move him up and chill beside the Zuzu there.
All right.
And that makes it your turn. Can you kill Pazuzu?
I got 2 dice.
Well, you can hurt him pretty good, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see what we got here.
Come on, you can do it, Lance. It's up to you.
It's down to the wire.
2 souls.
That's
Souls.
pretty good.
Come on, no defense.
He gets 5 defense though.
5.
Yeah, it says so right there. And he got 2 defense.
Damn.
2 defense. They're all defense, but only 2 are monster defense.
Uh-oh.
So then that makes it monster's turn.
Yep.
He's gonna do some chaos magic.
Of course he is.
Yeah, because why not, right? Restore Chaos. This spell may be cast only on monsters. It restores up to 6 lost body points to either the spellcaster or any monster within the spell. So this is completely useless because
But that was your
Zuzu's at
action.
full health and the skeleton's at full health. But yeah, that was my action. Totally wasted it on Chaos.
All right, so you can attack.
And the skeleton can't do nothing.
And the
'cause
skeleton
he's
can't get you because they cannot attack diagonally.
All right. All right, Lance. This is for the bag of marbles.
Go here, see what we can get.
1
One
hit.
attack.
And no
And
defense.
no defense, so that's
he
one
has
down.
1 wound on him.
Oh.
I just gotta put 1 mark on here on the, so remember that he has 1 wound on him.
Yeah. So
This is
you can still move.
Yeah, you can move.
Do you want to try to run
He
out
might
of there
just
to get
chase
him
all
to
over
chase
the
you?
place. He only has a movement of 6. You might run faster than him, or not. But I don't know. Nice, you got a 12.
So
are you gonna run like towards this way, towards the exit?
Yeah. I'll move. I'm not gonna move the full 12 though.
Well, I would.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Well, he only has a movement of 6, so yeah.
Or at least move up to 7 or 8.
Yeah, but then he won't be able to run away again. That's iffy.
Well, I'll move 7. No, because he moves 6 and he moves right in front of me.
No, he moved. Yeah, so you're gonna want to.
At least 8.
That's good.
He'll be right there.
Well, he can always just cast chaos at you. So if you go around that corner, he can't chaos spell you either.
Yeah.
Because he can't see you.
That's right.
So yeah, why am I helping you?
Oh boy.
Right? Because I feel bad that I killed everybody except for one.
So the movements for the monsters, each of them are 6, so they moved up there, so around the corner. So any action that either one of them could take, like a chaos, it's not going to affect because he's around the corner. And it's through line of sight. So I think that means it is on to Lance's turn.
It is.
So Lance, I'm thinking what probably the best thing to do is just roll to see if you get it in his face and just attack him. That's because instead of just playing cat and mouse all night.
Gotta get at least 3 for movement.
Oh, you got it.
So that'll get you in front of him.
Alright.
This is gonna be nuts.
How many hit points is
He has 2 left.
Oh, so
2 left.
you
So
potentially you could kill him.
Could kill him.
Yeah, the only problem is now I can't move now.
Yeah, that means you can still come up and kill him after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see.
You know, like you might as well just go for it.
You got
2 hits.
No defense.
And no defense.
Yes!
Oh!
You've taken out Pazuzu. He is dead.
Uh-oh, but now the skeleton can take you out.
Wouldn't that be a real bummer?
But you know what, though? That was a really good, valiant effort. And I know the game's not over yet, but I'm just saying that we defeated. When I say we, I mean you defeated Goldar.
It's not Goldar. It's Pazuzu.
Well, Pazuzu Goldar. Goldar's his brother. Twin brother.
That could be, yeah.
Alright, so now it's the skeleton's turn, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Skeleton is going to move, and he's going to attack you. And he got 1 skull.
Oh.
On defense, 2 defense.
Oh. Then it's your go.
Let's see here.
Run away. Run away, Lance.
No, I'm gonna try to kill him.
Oh, you're gonna try to hit him? Yeah, that's right.
Run away.
Yeah, that's
run
right.
away.
Hit him, run. Come on, Lance. You can kill the skeleton. There'll be nothing left.
1 skull.
1 skull.
And
yes.
Oh.
Taking out the skeleton.
So, you know what that means? All you gotta do is get to the stairwell. So pretty much the game is over.
Right, unless he chooses to open this door and continue to explore. Probably not wise.
Probably not wise,
probably not.
considering I got 1 hit point left before I died.
Yeah.
So
that was really, really close. I just killed both of those guys with 1 health left.
Of the 20 years of playing this game, off and on, very, very rarely, nobody has ever done this bad. I don't know if it was just bad dice roll or a good dice roll on my part, but nobody has ever done this bad.
I think it might have been a combination of bad dice roll, good dice roll, and bad decisions.
The 3 times that I've played this game, I still haven't lost yet, so I guess I'm doing pretty good still.
Yeah, and I only played this 1 time, and it was only half a time because I had to go when we played it. So again, Lance is dealing with a newbie, and he's kind of a newbie himself. So 2 newbies against a veteran. And so my question is, Shane, though, because we did manage to win this, even though that 3 of our heroes have fallen.
Yes.
Do all heroes, if we're going to play another campaign in the future, do they all continue on?
They're all going to continue on. They're all going to get the mark on the paper for which quest you've completed, because they did complete it. They were downed. But maybe it's kind of assumed a cleric runs into the dungeon afterwards, bring it back to life. I don't know. I'll even be nice, because you had a rough time. I will let the dead people keep whatever treasure they got.
Oh, because yeah, if we die, we drop everything, right? So even the gold, but
yeah, well, you'd be dead.
But because you are
pick it all up off their bodies.
I'm a generous Zorgon, and I will let you keep the measly amounts of gold you've got. Because
yeah,
you're going to need it in your next quest.
Yeah, we definitely are.
You're probably going to have to pool all of that money together just to buy 1 item off the armory board.
Yeah, true. Anyhow, so there you go, BoardGameManiacs. I hope you enjoyed this retro game. And again, we're going to try to play this a lot more in the future because it is a lot of fun. I have to say, I had a lot of fun. It was challenging, and I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing on our part because it was a tutorial mission. But
I've never done this bad on a tutorial.
Yeah, imagine there was traps and hidden. Like,
yeah, that's, you never know though, because a lot of it is determined by the dice roll itself.
yes, that is true.
So because of that, we may have been more lucky, we may have died a lot quicker, who knows? But in any case, we did get to go to the next quest.
Yes.
So that's great. So again, Board Game Maniacs, comment down below, let us know if you liked it, if you didn't like it. And as always, subscribe to our channel to see more great content and more retro games. We may even play Monopoly one time or Clue. Who knows what we're going to do? Because, you know, we are maniacs, and, you know, as a maniac, we are very unpredictable.
And it is nice to relive childhood memories.
That's right. Even though I didn't play this when I was a child, but that's beside the point. That's right, yeah.
Somebody watching did, and this will make them want to go buy this.
Well, good luck trying to find it.
No, finding it will be different.
And find it for a price that, you know, it's affordable.
True.
But is there any price tag you can put on childhood memories that brings you back to that?
Priceless.
That's right. So there you go, Board Game Maniacs. Until next time, you know what I'm going to say. Play some VR. Play some other board games. Play some Hero Quest. Talk to people. Communicate in person, which is key. But most important of all, do you remember what that saying is?
Have fun.
Really?
Wear clean underwear.
What?
Why?
No. Do you know what it is, Lance? The last thing I say in every one of my videos.
I can't remember.
Oh, you guys are letting the Board Game Maniacs down. Like, this is horrible. Everybody say they just want to kick you hard. The most important thing of all, everybody, is be a maniac. Yeah. Till next time, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night. Gosh.